Hello, my name is Brian Salemink. I've lived here in Canada all my life. During my university years, I studied computer science, I studied theater arts, I studied psychology, and of course I studied teaching. After which, I went on to go on and teach a year here at a middle school age group here in Canada. And now I'm excited to use those skills in teaching in Korea. Some of my hobbies include fixing up computers, traveling around, cycling, and taekwondo. I mostly know about teaching in Korea through many of my friends who've gone and done so and have enjoyed their experiences immensely. I've also learned a little bit about the Korean culture and many of its customs through some of my taekwondo classes, whose instructors have actually moved from Korea to Canada. And I think it would be a great opportunity to broaden my experience in teaching and also learn about other cultures at the same time. I understand the position to be one where I am helping to facilitate the conversational ability in English for the students. I think the most exciting part about that for me is that I have the ability to interact with all of the students and as well as my colleagues and try to bring it across in an energetic and helpful way that will enable them to take it home and be able to use it. I think the least exciting thing about this type of position is the language barrier, where I do not know Korean, so it might be difficult to orient myself in the workplace at first. I am currently single and do not have a family of my own, so I will not be bringing anyone along with me. I think the least interesting part about the job will probably be that there will be some repetition in what we end up doing in the classes. I think this can be handled by taking slightly different perspectives, the way you use a conversation, and this will also broaden the students' understanding of the language as well. I think the most difficult element of teaching students who do not know English will be expressing the instructions and the expectations of what the students must do properly so that they know what is expected of them. I think my biggest strength as English teacher or teacher in general is my patience and understanding with students' abilities or frustrations, and I have the ability to patiently help them along through their task without losing patience or interest in their struggles. For weaknesses, I think the best weakness I might say would be precision. Sometimes I am more focused on getting the big picture, the whole, rather than the small details, but this can be overcome by breaking things into smaller steps and focusing on the details. So I don't see it as a big negative, only a aspect or way of looking at things. I think the worst colleague that I ever had was one who did not listen to any advice and was constantly irritating all those around them. Luckily for me, this person didn't last very long in the workplace, so I did not lose any patience or inspiration in the job. I generally handle conflict by being very open and honest, but yet being respectful at the same time. If I do not agree with what someone is doing, I wait for us to be alone and take them aside and quietly and respectfully tell them the issues with what is going on in the workplace. This way we can avoid as much embarrassment as possible while still correcting the problem in a efficient manner. If the principal of the school asked me to do a task, and if it was within my experience level and my ability, I would probably do it. If it was outside of my experience level and I was not able to do it, I would inform the principal and ask if he could find somebody else. When I'm not at work, I generally like to go see the sights around the area, hang out with friends, or possibly go see a movie. When making a decision, I usually like to find out as much information as I can before coming to any idea about what it's about. After I have all the information in hand and have a general idea of what it's all about, I usually go to friends and family and people I trust to get their opinion about what they think. And after which, then I finally come to a final decision.